G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a pretty average grey day. It's going to start raining this afternoon, but that's not the end of the world. Just over here behind me we've got a couple of sets of newborn twins. Here, I'll turn around and zoom in for you. One right there. Just scan over, there's another set just right there. So we're only about halfway through this morning, but lots and lots of ewes lambing. Today is the official first day of the main cycle. So earlies are up there, and then on that knob up there. And the rest of the place is into it. And yeah, a wee bit of rain coming this afternoon, and then tomorrow's not going to be the nicest day, but it's nothing too bad. And after that, things are looking reasonable. So just picked up my trailer, which has been sitting halfway around the round for about 10 days now, because I just haven't needed it. But now that we've got a heap of ewes lambing, might just be a good idea to take that with me every day, just in case we have to bring a ewe home to mother on, or if you have to lamb a ewe and she doesn't want to take the lambs in the paddock, take her home and stick her in the box and let her out a day later and should be good. Anyway, let's go for a wee look around the earlies. Nice wee overnight born set there. Got all these girls, they're all still to lamb. Not many left to go now though. That's the early's done for another day, well, for another morning. So we've got a newborn set of twins there. This girl here has got triplets. No, she doesn't. There goes the other one. That's alright. Two sets of twins. I was a bit worried about that. Yeah. So if you go back sort of 3 or 4 videos and have a look at what we're doing here with the earlies, you'll notice there was a heap of grass in there, and there's still plenty of feed there, don't get me wrong. Just turn this bike off, hang on. But it certainly has reduced a lot, and that's because down here in Southland we don't grow enough grass literally for 5 months of the year. So in the other 7 months we've got to grow enough of other types of feed to make sure we get through. But that is a pretty good example. You know, we had 10, 11 inches of grass in there when we spread those ewes out, same in that other paddock further back, and now there might be, it might average 5 inches tall, and the quality is certainly reduced, but that's why we had those on so much grass when we spread them out. There's a big benefit in shelter. The lamb is sitting down in the grass and the grass is over the top of them, and that's great, but the main reason is because they do get caught up, and we need to make sure those early lambs are fed properly the whole way through. Otherwise they stop milking and the lambs stop doing. Got a tummy full of lambs. They roll over and they can't get back up on their own. There you go, girl. Nothing wrong with her. She just literally fell over and couldn't get back up. Well, she sat down, lay over, and couldn't get back up. So just right here, born overnight, we've got one set right there. We swing around here, there's another set newborn right there, another set there, another set there, and I think they were born yesterday. yeah, they're a bit cleaner looking, but yeah, they're getting into it. Here they come. Yep, just like that, Swedes 2022 are done. Been quite an easy one, to be fair. I don't know why this winter just seems to have been a lot less stressful than winters gone by. They're on the way. Yeah, whether it's because we had a bit extra, we knew we could leave a bit behind or what, I don't know. Maybe we had a milder winter, but the rainfall figures say it's actually been quite wet. So either way, it's been good. These girls are the best they've ever looked coming off crop. They've had about 75-ish days on Swedes, 70, 75. So yeah, pretty happy with them. They're going to go on grass now. There's heaps of feed out the back and it's growing like crazy. So yeah, we'll see how they go in the next, what are they, end of October, start of November we'll be sharing them. So 7 to 8 weeks away, I suppose. See what they look like then, get a weight on them, and yeah. Like I say, I don't know why, it's just, it feels like it's been a really easy winter. You'll see here I got a couple of standards. Pretty sure that one's a plover, but right there, wee birdie there, there's an oyster catcher. They're hard case wee critters, we do quite like them. And when I was subsoiling all this ground, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, yeah, there's a couple of nests there, so they're marked out so we don't flatten them. You're getting quite grumpy with me, aren't you? It's alright, we'll go and leave you alone. If I can confirm that the one that way is a plover, I will destroy that nest because they're horrible birds, they're not particularly native, and they do hound the wee oyster catchers. When I say they're not particularly native, they kind of are. They introduced themselves from Australia. Yeah, pretty common story that. And yeah, they're squawking horrible things that swoop on you. They've got a wee hook in the end of the wing about that long, and they're not very nice. So plovers, not a fan of. Oyster catchers though, we make sure we don't flatten any of their nests. They love to nest in this dirt for some reason. Whether it warms up a wee bit earlier or what, I don't know. But yeah, we get, oh crikey, half a dozen every year I suppose. Right, so they've made it to the yards. We've just got to get them out of there, all the way around the road there, out to where they're going. So let's go put some stock signs up. Sarah's just shot around the road there to turn them through the gate. Let's see if they can make their own way out of the yards. Well, that didn't take very long. Where are you going to go, wee girls? Steel's on the bike over there in case they go that way. What a dangerous wee hollow this for traffic, because yeah, so the stock signs are a long way back. Anyway, wee girls are actually looking really, really good. And they're white. They get a bit weary about crossing bridges sometimes, but you just got to sit and wait, because yeah, if you fire a hunt way up the side there, it's not going to end well. Good girl! These wee girls are heading over the bridge. They'll be there, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 days. And then they've got this whole rest of this paddock over here. And then they've got this one, which is split in 3, and one more paddock. Always come over and check the old boundary gate. Make sure that can't go up and over, which it actually can. So we'll put that down one. There we go, that's better. So yeah, should be happy little campers now. A fair bit of feed in here, not a huge amount, but it was enough. Keep them going for, I'm thinking 3 days. We'll see how that pans out, but should be good. girls are looking quite good actually. So yeah, there they go. Sure, they'll be quite happy to be back on grass because yeah, Swedes are good, don't get me wrong, Swedes are great, but sheep would much rather eat grass and clover. So yeah, they'll enjoy that for a wee while. So yeah, they'll buzz around this rotation till depending how the season goes, normally till weaning or even into January. Just depends though, if we need some of that feed in those other two paddocks for ewes and lambs, they might come here, or if we do get the young grass in this month, they might go and buzz around the young grass paddocks. We'll just play that all by ear. Sometimes it's nicer to put them all with these guys on for just a day or two, nip the tops off, than try and do the same thing with 100 ewes and lambs for a week. Just better for the young grass. But yeah, plan would be they'll stay here until probably January. Right, we are off tractoring. We might get an hour or two in, although looking at that sky there, we may not. See what happens. We're going to go make a start. Got a couple of wet-ish days coming, not super wet, but wet enough that we couldn't do tractor work. So I just thought, well, I've got the opportunity. Those hoggets came off crop this morning. We might go and open that ground up. There are a few spits coming down right now. Sorry, this tractor's really wide and I don't want to break any gates. Yeah, a few spits coming down. See on the windscreen there? But it happened before and there wouldn't have been 0.01 of a millimetre in it. So hopefully it's not going to bucket down and we'll get a bit of it done anyway. And then we'll go for a cruise around the ewes. Hopefully that goes well. Can't see why I wouldn't. And then if it still hasn't rained, we'll come and finish this off. But yeah, whatever happens, happens. We're subsoiling today. Try and get down about 500 millimetres, or what's that in the old language? Crikey, I've got to think about that. About 20 inches, I think. Somewhere about there. These paddocks haven't had anything like that done to them since forever, so well, we've got the opportunity, we might as well. The drizzle is sort of setting in a little bit. I don't know, it's probably not going to come to much. We'll have a go. As you can see, the ground is pretty dry. That's what we did a while back. That's where the tutus were, and they come off here start of August sometime. Yeah, so it sat for about 3 weeks and then we ripped it up. And the rest of it to do here, about 5 heat days. We won't get it all done today, but we'll show you guys what we're up to anyway. Yeah, so it just sort of fractures the ground and becomes quite soft throughout the whole sort of span. Just these great big legs. Excuse the angle on the roller. I got this thing dirt cheap last year, so a bit of rust on the tines. They'll clean up shortly, but yeah, so we're trying to go down to there. I don't think we're quite getting it though, because those left arms are at 0 when I dropped her down. Right, so this was up to there, so we've gained that much, it's about 2 inches, but we've gained it at the bottom too, so 4 inches, but it's only half the distance of there to there, so in theory we should be able to go 8 inches deeper. We should have us about where we want. We'll see how it goes. There we go. Now we're the whole way down to the frame, well, the holder I should say, which is exactly where we want to be. Should be roughly 18 to 22 inches deep, which is average of 20, which is exactly where we want to be. Right down into the clay, loosen everything up, helps improve drainage, removes any compaction down there that would have been there. I don't know whether there would be or not. And yeah, hopefully, if the roots need to go deeper, then they've got the option to go down a bit further, find a bit more moisture, a few more nutrients. It's going to cost a lot of diesel, but just sort of playing around here. Normally I'd use the grubber, which to be fair uses the same amount of diesel to go half the depth of that. Well, they go 10 inches, but at that rate it is doing a bit of cultivation too. So this is almost entirely just loosening up, fracturing the ground, as opposed to actually working down a nice seed bed, which the rest of the gear will do. She's working. What are we doing? About 1600 revs, and we're averaging, not that one is it, 73% load. It's the most I've seen her average ever. Stepping along alright though. What are we doing? Can't quite see there. About 8k's, 7.5, 8k's. I was getting into 12th gear before, but that just felt a little bit hard on things, so yeah. Righto guys, I think we're going to call it there. It's going quite well up there, but this stuff with the sweet residue is getting sticky quick, so we'll call it before we do any damage. Be another day to get it done. Go back and have a coffee, and then get the rest of the day's jobs done. We love this game. Wee Lemmy wanted to chase the bike. Mummy's got him back. So I've just come across this girl who has got cast. And while she's got cast, she's decided to have 2 wee lammies come out at once. Now I'll get this sorted and then I'll talk to you about it. Good girl, good girl. Can you get up? There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Look at that. Crikey. With the genetics we used to have, we wouldn't be able to do that. So she's got cast, and then she's still there, yep. She started lambing. She's had 2 coming out at once, both with no legs. So when the lambs come out normally, you get the head come out, and right underneath it 2 wee legs, and the legs sort of pop out and come out with the head. When the legs stay back, they don't come out, they get stuck. When when it happens with 2 like that, it's even worse. There's no chance that they're going to get that out. If I didn't come around, she would have been dead. She would have been dead by morning anyway, so that's a bonus. Unfortunately, one lamb was dead, but you get that. But she's alive, and she's got a live lamb.
Okay guys, I'm in the Two-Tooth Twins in here, and as I was coming in, so I came in from that direction, there was a ewe with like 6 lambs, and I was like, well, they aren't yours. So I managed to find the mum of 2 of them, struggled to find the mum of the rest of them, and I was like, okay, I'll just go into my other paddocks, which was Pipe and Long, and I'll come back down and maybe they've shuffled around a bit, which so far so good, they have. Hi guys, I just had to lamb you over there. Now one thing, the lambs are up hopefully, you must always remember to do is take your wedding rings off before you go around your ewes for lambing, because I just forgot that I'd taken them off and they were in this long grass. Thankfully it was next to where I was lambing the sheep, so it wasn't too hard to find.